Have you ever been in a situation whereby price keeps making higher highs and higher lows and also creates valid zones you could potentially enter a long position from? But then as a beginner trader, you enter your long position right here. But then guess what happened? Price does something like this, comes to that zone, gives you an intent, you'll be happy, then stops you out automatically. But then the pro traders wait for price to get to the extreme zone and then they buy from here. So I will tell you and teach you the framework of how you can always get trades like this in this particular video. So stay tuned to the very end of the video. Hi guys, Stelt here and welcome to my YouTube channel. So in the last market structure series, the first part, we spoke about the trending market and also the ranging market. In the trending markets where the price keeps making higher highs and higher lows and then lower highs and lower lows, and also the ranging markets whereby the price just moves sideways, it just goes up, comes down in a range. And then most intermediate traders or beginner traders are told by their mentors or coach not to like trade in a ranging markets, which is understandable because you can easily get caught off in a trend in a ranging market. But then in this particular series, I would be teaching you how you can also capitalize on moves in a ranging market. So stay tuned to the very end of this video and make sure you stick to this particular series so you would not miss out on anything at all. So on today's topic, we'll be talking about the premium and discount levels, right? So the last class, we explained how market keeps making higher highs and higher lows, which is easy and straightforward. So I want us to realize that sometimes there are impulsive and corrective moves inside every time rather. There's always an impulsive and corrective move inside a trending market. What do I mean by impulsive and corrective move? Look at this particular one now. Markets went up. That is an impulsive move, right? Then the low price here is a corrective move. Price only corrected to do what? To give us another impulsive move. And impulsive moves will like always break a structure. And what does price do again? Gives us a corrective move to the downside. Gives another impulsive move, right? Gives a corrective move. Gives an impulsive move again, and that is what happens over and over again until we see a structure being broken to the opposite direction, which is called the change of character. But then in this particular video, we are not going to be talking about that yet. Yes, in this particular video. So the same thing you see in an impulsive move, right? You see price do something like this. Excuse me. See price do something like this. Higher eyes, right? Price does something like this. The same thing happens in the corrective phase, right? The same thing happens in an impulsive phase. The same thing happens in a corrective phase. Please don't mind my drawing. I really hope you understand what I'm trying to do. Price does the same thing. Higher highs and higher lows comes to the corrective move. Does the same thing. Same thing on the impulsive move again. So price keeps doing higher highs and higher lows, both in the impulsive and corrective phase. Let me try seeing if I can draw it with this, okay? So price, in our impulsive moves, price does something like this. It goes up, comes down, goes up, comes down, goes up. So the corrective move, price does the same thing. Goes up, comes down, goes up, comes down. Impulsive move, price does the same thing over and over again. Our corrective move, price does the same thing over it gives us higher highs and higher lows, right? Same thing with our impulsive move. It does that over and over again. Please don't mind my drawing, but I really hope you understand what I'm trying to do, right? So price does the same thing over and over again, both in the impulsive price legs, right? Both in the impulsive price legs and then the corrective ones. I really hope you understand what I'm trying to say, right? So let's assume this is the 4-hour time frame. If you go to a lesser time frame, you will see price doing the same thing over and over again to give us an impulsive move, which is price moving to the upside, boom, and then giving us a corrective move, right? It will do that over and over again. So that's how the market structure works. But then don't get me wrong, it is not this straightforward. So that is where we would always go back to the actual chart and see how it looks like. This is just a schematic. So, but the main purpose of this video is to show you how you can easily capitalize on a trending market, right? How you can easily capitalize on a trending market. I want you to realize that before you take trades in a trending market, always make sure that price is probably in a premium area or the discount area. Okay, let me explain to you. You bring out your Fibonacci tool, right? This is mine. And then drawing it out. This upper part of the Fibonacci is my 50%. The lower part is also my 50%. So in a range, if I am trying to buy, let me move this to the side. If I am trying to buy, I would love to buy at a discounted price. Let's assume price does something like this. I love to buy at a discounted price because why not? Everybody loves to buy something at a discounted price. If you go to the market, you love to buy something at a discounted price. You would not want to buy it when the price is like around this side, right? You want to buy when the price is around the premium side. You always want price to come to a discounted level before you buy. Same thing when you want to sell something. You wait for price to like reach the peak when okay, the price has gone really high. That is when you want to like sell or so that you'd make more profit, right? So the same thing happens when you're trading. Same thing happens when you're trading in a trending market, right? So let's assume price is making higher highs and higher lows as you can see. You draw your Fibonacci from the top of that to the low, right? Can you see just the same we have done here? So in this particular case, what would you have done? In this particular case, some people would want to buy at this higher level. Some people want to buy at this higher level right here, this particular level. But then see what price will do. Price is going to stop them out, right? Because why? They bought at an expensive price. So you don't want to be that type of trader where you buy at a premium level and you sell at a discount level, right? So take note of that. So you have to wait until price comes into a zone in a discounted level before you enter your long position. So after price gets into the discounted level, you probably see a zone you can buy from there, and then you enter your long position, targeting where the high of that, targeting the next higher high, right? Targeting this higher high. So when price takes out the higher high, what do you want to do again? You would wait. That is why patience is very important when it comes to trading. You draw your fib again. You wait for what? Wait for price to come into the discounted level again. And what do you do from there? Wait for a valid zone. If you've not watched my videos on zones, this is the time to do it. Now I'll post the link at the top right corner of this video. So you wait for price to come down into the discounted level and you do what? You enter your long position again, easy and straightforward. And that is how it happens over and over again until price change character, which I am not going to talk about in this particular video, but I'll be talking about it in the next series. So what do you do again after you've gotten that? You wait for price to give you to come down into what they get, a premium level, a discount level rather. Look for a valid zone and you do what? You look for your long position and then targets the higher high. And this is what happens over and over and over again until price, like I said, breaks this and probably gives us a change of character, which I will not be talking about in this particular series, right? So this is how it works for the trending markets. I really hope everybody understands what I'm trying to say. So moving on, let's try that for the ranging market. The same thing happens. Just that in the ranging markets, market is just moving between premium and discount and premium and doing that over and over again. So same thing happens. And draw your Fibonacci retracement to using that from the high to the low. So anytime you want to sell, you sell from here, right? Sell from where? Sell from here. Targeting where? Targeting this low right here. Anytime you want to buy, you do the same thing. You buy from here. Buy from here rather. Excuse me, yeah. Targeting was the premium level, and that is how it works over and over and over again. So this is just a schematic of how it works, right? It is not this easy. Yes, it's not this easy when you get to the actual chart, but then that is just the framework of how the market structure works. So let's go straight into our charts to see live examples and how we can easily capitalize on them. Also note that I have not said anything about liquidity in this video, even though liquidity is very, very important. But I just want you guys to like understand the framework behind it, because even if you know how to trade with liquidity and you don't have a solid knowledge about structure, you would still mess up your trading, right? And I would not want us to like leave the basic knowledge which is required to be profitable and then start searching for things that are not that you don't need yet, right? So we go straight into the video, we go straight into the live chart and then see live examples, right? Yeah. So this is Euro USD on the 1 hour time frame, right? So we want to use this trending markets for example. So let's start from here. I'll be drawing my fib using my fib retracement, so right. Yeah, so when I drew it to this last swing leg, I wait for price to come into what my discounted area, which is this blue part, which is the 50% region. And what do? I'll look for a zone around here to buy from. If you've not watched my supply and demand video, this is the time you need to watch it so that you'll be able to understand how you can pick your valid supply and demand zones, right? This is the time. So I'll put the video at the top right corner of this particular video, so you can just click and watch it after this. So once price taps into valid demand, a stop loss right there, and then you'll be targeting the high, right? Easy and straightforward. So after the high has been met, after the target has been met, you do the same thing over and over again, right? This is just you buying at discount and selling at premium. There are some times whereby price will not get into the premium and it will buy. I would explain why it happens like that. Yes, it happens like that sometimes. But then just stay tuned to the end of just stay tuned to this channel. I would explain a lot of things that would make you profitable. I would eventually explain why sometimes price does not get to the discounted area before buying or getting to the premium before selling, right? Even though this particular one still eventually came to the premium, to the discount and then bought. But in this particular leg, it did not. So what do we do? Move to the next one. After price did not come into that, we draw the next swing, which is from this low to this high. What do we do? Look for our valid zone and then we do also a long. We enter a long position, targeting the next high, right? And I said until a change of character is seen, I'm still going to continue doing the same thing over and over and over again. So this is, look at what happened here too. Price got here. That's the high, right? Let me delete this. That's the high. Price tapped into a zone right here. We'll look for our long position and then we'll target the premium, which is the high part. Do you understand? So that is how it happens over and over again until there was a change of character here where price broke this low, broke this main low right here. right? And then price eventually did what? Price eventually came back into the 50% of this first one that it failed to breach. Let me draw it down. The 50% of this price eventually came there. And see what happened. It sniped it. Okay, I think it's around there. And price snapped it. So it's a good sniper entry from there. So yeah, I'm targeting this line. So that is how it works on the when you're trending markets, and you will see it happen over and over again. This is another one here. This is another one here. 50% region of it that we're looking for a zone, a valid zone. So do well to watch the supply and demand series video rather. Should happen over and over and over again. So let's look for a ranging example that you can capitalize on. So this looks like an example of a ranging market, even though overall it is trending, but then we just want to like pick the little range in between. So let me just use this particular region, right? Okay, let's pick from this low to this. And if you realize, you can see that price is just doing what? Price is just doing something like this between that range, right? And it is actually very easy to trade between the range if you know what you're doing without getting caught up, right? So what did I say? If you're trying to look for buys, buy from a discounted area. If you're trying to look for sell from a premium area, right? So price was at when price got to this discounted area, right? I look for what? A valid zone. In this case, this is the valid zone, and then do what? We look for a long position targeting that high, right? Targeting this high, right? So if you want to sell again, price from this place, price came into a discounted area. Just wait for price to retrace back into the premium zone. And what do? Look for ourselves, right? Please, those so you wouldn't be making random mistakes. Do well to watch the supply and demand video. I would put the link in the description, right? So you would not be making silly errors on how to pick your supply and demand zones, right? And also do well to watch the mitigation videos so you'd know how you can always pick the right zone virtually all the time. So let's get back to the video. When price go back into the discounted area, what am I looking for? I'm looking for a valid zone again. In this case, this particular zone was not filled fully. So price was price bought. Let me delete this so we can have a clearer view. So price bought from here again, targeting this eye, right? I think that was CPI. So it gave us this move, and then same thing happened over and over and over again. So that is exactly how this works. So for you to be able to put this thing in a particular frame where you can easily execute, do well to watch the supply and demands video so you'd have a clear, understanding of how you can pick your zones where you can buy and sell from. And I've never made a video on liquidity, which is going to like be later on, but I would eventually make a video on liquidity. If you're able to like read price actions and then understand the concept of liquidity and how to trade it well, you would eventually be profitable on the long run, right? So in the next video, I would teach us how to spot a valid change of character. So we'll not just be caught up in another break of structure thinking it is like a change of character, thinking price is about to reverse. So make sure you subscribe, share this video to your friends, and then turn on the post notifications so you'd not miss any of our videos. So stay tuned till I drop a new video under this market structure series. And also don't forget to trade the stealth way. Thank you.